Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, God of Heroics, and today we are doing more Marvel Rivals lore. What's crazy is, while thinking about this, obviously I'm gonna have to have all the lore in Marvel Rivals, which is crazy because I've been doing a lot of working, so I haven't had much time to actually play the game and get the new gallery cards for the lore of Season 1, but I'm gonna have to expedite that if this series is gonna flourish. Last time where we left off, we did Doctor Doom story and Galacta's story, so we're gonna move right on to page 3, looking at what is going on with Loki, and we're also gonna look at what's going on with the Spider People, since we're doing 2 every episode. So if you like these type of videos, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified to all future uploads. I'm trying to hit 350, so please, if you could help me out, I would greatly appreciate that. Without further ado, let's get started. Greetings, mortals. I am Ratatoskr. Heed my tale. For countless centuries, I have lived peacefully among the branches of the world tree Yggdrasil, delivering messages between the 10 realms connected by its mighty branches. I may be naught but a squirrel, but my Asgardian friends bestowed this sacred duty upon me, and I have performed it with great pride. My place was not to intervene in the affairs of gods and men, but simply to deliver news of great import. And today, the news I bring to you is quite dire indeed. For centuries, Asgard was ruled by the All-Father Odin, but no longer. Odin has entered a deep restorative slumber, and the throne has been seized by his treacherous son, Loki. Where was Odin's rightful heir, Thor, the god of thunder, you ask? Patience, mortal, I shall get to that in due time. Always beholden to his ego, Loki began to reshape Asgard in his vile image. But Asgard reshaped itself as well, thanks to a strange cosmic phenomenon that disrupted the very fabric of space and time. This sudden surge of chronal energy caused my beloved Yggdrasil to grow wildly out of control, merging with Asgard and resulting in the birth of a place both ancient and new, Yggsgard. Ever one to seize an opportunity, Loki now seeks to tap into the roots of Yggdrasil in order to steal the raw temporal power that has been infused into its sap. What he hopes to do with such power, I do not know. As I said, I am merely a squirrel. But when it comes to the god of mischief, the answer is rarely a good one. And the false king of Yggsgard is not alone in his machinations. When it seemed as though none would dare to support Loki's coup, Hela, the queen of the dead, came forth from the underworld and offered her aid. All she wanted in return, she claimed, was to extend her kingdom of souls into the land of the living. Though, if I have learned anything from Hela over the eons, it is likely that her true motives run far deeper, and that Loki is only a pawn in a much grander scheme. Once Hela was at his side, however, Loki finally had the power he needed to take complete control over Yggsgard and the noble race who called it home. Together, the two tyrants banished the mighty Thor into a distant dimension, and the Odyssean has not returned home since. Thus, I have come to you to share this tragic story. For while it may not be in my nature to take up arms against those I serve, you are bound to no such loyalty. I beseech thee, in the name of Yggdrasil, to break our realm free from Loki's grip, for he can bring the world tree and perhaps all of reality crashing down upon us. Act with haste, dear mortal. The fate of all 10 realms lies in your hands. So essentially what is happening in this entry, Family Affairs, it seems that Odin, for one reason or another, has entered Odin sleep, where he basically is regenerating his full power through extreme cosmic celestial rest. And during this time, Loki decided that he was going to take over the throne. Well, trying to beat Thor to it. Who knows where Thor was during the moment of Odin going into Odin rest or Odin sleep, whatever it's called. But Loki decided to take over, and it was around this time that the two dooms colliding had caused temporal issues within Asgard, and also it ended up getting Yggdrasil and Asgard to momentarily bond, which is where we currently stand, at least in the Yggsgard map. And Loki has teamed up with Hela so that he can gain full control basically over Asgard, and that is pretty much what the story of the map is. Loki is trying to basically take over and cause as much chaos as he can, taking over, shaping the whole place in his image, and Hela is trying to expand her kingdom and probably then some. And it is up to us to basically stop it. So that ending where Loki is smiling and is very excited, that is because he has accomplished his goals. And the other ending where you destroy his like the little axe or whatever, and like Loki's pretty upset about that because you basically ended up stopping him from conquering Ixgard. And Thor, when he arrived, he tried to stop them, which is the ending that you get whether you win or lose on the other Ixgard map. Is Thor arriving to try to stop Loki and Hela, and he's showing up after the banishment. By the way, that is after the banishment. It's not in the entry, but I found out through a couple shorts that I ended up watching just on my spare time while being bored. So he shows up after this is after his banishment and teaming up with the other heroes. He shows up to stop them, and then there's that ending that I mentioned earlier where you actually stop Loki. But for now, this entry is after the banishment of Loki, and Ratatoskr is coming to us, the heroes, so that he can recruit us to help save Asgard or Ixgard in this sense. Next, we're going to take a look at the Web Warriors entry. Hey kids, Spidey here. Okay, this is going to sound weird, and that's coming from a guy who swings around New York City on a web and fights villains and vampires all night long. So, I finally took Spider Zero up on her offer and hopped through her portal, mostly because she just wouldn't take no for an answer. And where did I end up? In Tokyo, which sounds cool at first, right? But it wasn't the Tokyo of my world. Nope, that'd be too easy. Instead, it's Tokyo of the year 2099. As if web swinging 75 years into the future wasn't already strange enough, there seems to be some sort of Spider-Man cosplay convention going on. Seriously, check this out. There's a girl named Penny and her high-tech Spider-Bot. A Spidey with a spiked mohawk and a guitar who's like a billion times cooler than I could ever be. A low-effort Spider-Man who kind of just looks like he forgot his costume at home. Oh, and of course the aforementioned Spider Zero, who organized this little shindig. Why'd she bring us here? Well, she says that the multiverse is in grave danger, isn't it always? And that the only way that we could hold things together is by mending a massive rift in space and time that is shredding the web of life and destiny. You know, the cosmic network of threads that connects all dimensions. So she took a field trip across a few realities and gathered herself a crew of experts when it comes to spinning strong webs. You can call us the Web Warriors. Or maybe the Spider Fighters. The Arachnites? I don't know, it's still a work in progress. Anyway, we're all on board with Zero's plan. I mean, usually I try to stick to my own turf, but if we can pull this off, we'll end up saving a whole lot of friendly neighborhoods. And that works for me. The whole thing sounds like an easy win. But, and this is a but bigger than the rhinos, there's someone working against us. Kinda. See, Zero's former mentor, a spider-legged creep called the Master Weaver, is supposed to be the guy that the universe chose to protect the web of life and destiny. Yeah, apparently he's gone rogue and has decided that he's just gonna try to use the temporal energy from the rift to strengthen the web of life and destiny, even if it means pulling Tokyo and all of its citizens in unfathomable levels of danger. And that's just not how the Spideys roll. Or its swing. You know what I mean. The Master Weaver banished Zero from his little fancy spider islands for having a different and slightly more sane opinion. So now it's up to our scrappy little cluster of spiders to patch up a giant hole in the sky before the web of life and destiny unravels, and all of reality follows. Piece of cake, right? See, I told you it was going to sound weird. Okay, so our Spider-Man, regardless of who he be or where he be from, voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, not me, he got recruited by Spider Zero because after all the timey-wimey nonsense happened and put time, space in danger, the Master Weaver decided that he was going to use all this power to strengthen the web of life and destiny, even though it was going to jeopardize the world and lives of people in the year 2099. And Spider Zero decided that that's not how that was going to work. She's like, yeah, that's not cool. You're going to kill tons of people and destroy a whole world basically to make the web stronger. And like, yeah, that helps the web of life and destiny, but you're also eradicating tons of people and a whole world to do so. That's absolutely unacceptable. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would be kind of cool if like Master Weaver was doing this and that's what was affecting like the Spider Verse thing. I mean, because like in like Spider Verse, how they kept saying complete tangent by the way. Skip to this timestamp if you want to continue this lore. But you know how not Master Weaver, how Miguel in the Spider Verse movie, if you've seen it, was saying that being in the wrong dimension basically causes that dimension to collapse and fall apart and get destroyed, and he blames himself for yada yada yada. Anyway, he was saying it's an anomaly and it destroys that world, which is why he was mad at Miles for, being Miles. So it would be so interesting if in the third movie they find out that that Master Weaver was actually sacrificing different dimensions for the sake of strengthening the web of life and destiny. I can't for certain say like why he'd be doing that because currently there's nothing going on in the web that would be forcing him to do such a thing. But I just think it'd be interesting if like that was the case. Anyway, where was I? So Spider Zero does not want Master Weaver to destroy all these people in their world. So because they disagree, he decided to pretty much banish her. A lot of banishment going on in this episode. So after she got banished, she decided to pull together a ragtag team of spiders called the Web Warriors, which is the team that you see now. So if I had to guess, Penny or Punk 2099 would be the first ones to be recruited because they are already of this time, so it's not really that hard to just go grab them. Bagman, I can't for certain say when they stumbled upon him, but hey, he's here. And then we get this Spider-Man, the default skin. And, well, they're here to patch up reality. I mean, it's not really that crazy of a thing to understand. The crack in the sky is basically going to start sucking in and destroying everything from the 2099 world, and they're trying to prevent that. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you learned anything about the lore, and give me any critiques that may help make this a better video in the future. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.